Hello and welcome to Dreams of Wings, and welcome here to Little Gransden in Cambridgeshire. This is a new release by Burning Blue Design, and they have done exactly what they are brilliant at, which is taking a really nice UK airfield, especially a grass strip airfield, and bringing it to life in the sim and giving it bags of character and atmosphere. Now, I've never been here in real life, but like so many of their creations, you can imagine visiting it in the sim and then going to the real thing and actually feeling, very much at home there. So what is this about? Well, Little Gransden Airfield, as I say, is in Cambridgeshire. It's most famous for hosting the annual Little Gransden Air and Car Show every summer, which raises money for children in need. It's also home to Yak UK Limited, which is a company which specialises in importing, restoring and selling Yakovlev piston engine aircraft from the former Soviet Union. 22Fly, the local flight club and training school, operate from here, doing all sorts of different things, including full aerobatic flying in microlights. And the Global Stars Aerobatic Flying Team also call it their home, and it's run by 9 times British aerobatic flying champion Mark Jeffries, and they've performed at air shows all across the globe, really. So what I'll do now is I'll read you from the spec, because Burning Blue Design have put together a spec, and who am I to interpret their words? And you'll get more out of it if I read what they've actually put on here, because it's accurate. So Little Gransden Airfield has been faithfully recreated by Burning Blue Design, undertaking on-site visits, ensuring the highest levels of accuracy, and it features over 70 custom 3D objects, each with full physical based rendering PBR textures, accurate runway and taxiway with authentic taxi signage, highly detailed hangars with modelled interiors, animated hangar doors which close at night. They're on parking spots 1, 2 and 5, and they open manually with taxi light. Completely custom windsock, dynamic visitors change depending on the time of day, static aircraft including Yakovlev Yak-12 and Yak-52s, and a Global Stars Aerobatic Team Extra 330LT. 2 classic British cars in honour of the car shows held here, a Rover 2000 TC and a Triumph TR6, full night lighting and dynamic weather compatibility, and enhanced high-resolution colour-corrected ground textures. So that gives you an idea of what it's all about in terms of the spec, and hopefully you can get an idea from the images here of what it actually looks like. You get a feel for it. There is so much detail in Burning Blue Design airfields that genuinely making a video like this is quite good fun, because as you're kind of traveling around, there's little details, there's little things that you can pick up, like the signage on that hangar that you saw just before. So there's always plenty to look at. Some people might think, well, I don't need all this detail. I don't need to be able to see the branding on the installation on the roof of this hangar here, for example, where the cars are kept. But I think it adds to the atmosphere. And I think especially if you know the airfield, or this is the kind of airfield that you love coming to, then it's little details like that make a difference and do help to bring it to life. And as I say, this is what Burning Blue Design are extremely good at actually doing. And this is an interesting piece to study, because it's probably not massively well known, but it's got a lot of character and a lot of detail and a lot of ambience. Imagine doing a summer evening flight from here. It'd be absolutely beautiful. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick flight in the Spit Mark 9, just to have a look at Little Gransden from the air, and just to blow off a few cobwebs and have a bit of fun. It's not going to be a particularly long flight. We'll go around the local area, but it's just enough so that you can get an idea of what it's like flying around here. And I hope you enjoy it. So, hey, I'll stop waffling. Let's get going. Right, so our temperatures are good, so let's get going and taxi out. Just quick check, nothing coming. Hardly any winds this evening, so nice flying conditions. someone's head off. Shouldn't really be anyone around. Get a real nice feel for the this being a grass strip here. Went into the long grass a little bit. Bring it over ever so slightly. Get on that centre line. So it's a bit interesting on a grass strip like this. You never, until you get to know it, you're never entirely sure where the centre line actually is. It's painted, but as you can see from this kind of angle, it's something you have to get to know. So anyway, let's have a quick look. Interesting, we've got a low pressure warning. That's probably just because I've dropped the throttle a little bit there. Let's have the fuel pump on now actually. Thank you. And we'll put the pitot heat on. Right, is everything else looking okay? Yes, everything's fine. Okay, let's go. Oh, always in the Spit, one notch down, nose trim. Makes taking off an awful lot easier. Okay, just set the head tracking. Do that. I think what's interesting actually is from the ground, I was looking at the length of that runway thinking it does look quite short, but then they have air shows here and they have warbirds here, so there's no reason why Spit shouldn't be able to take off from there. Let's just pull back a little bit. There we go. And sure enough, no problem at all. So this is the countryside around Little Gransden. Cambridgeshire is quite flat, as you can see, but it's quite beautiful. I've rolled the time back to the summer. It's autumn here at the moment. It's grey and horrible outside today, so I thought why not pretend it's a nice summer evening, and that's where we are now. And there is Little Gransden from the air. Okay, we're just going to go on a quick trip around the area. And that's where we need to be heading. Just over that way a little bit. And we're going to go and look at RAF Tempsford now. I have no idea what this looks like in the sim. I've not been here. It's an old World War II RAF base, and it was a base for the SOE. So Special Operations Executive. So it's could be quite interesting. There's a museum here, but I have no idea what this is going to look like. Let's just jink it round a little bit, try and get a better view. See if we can find it. Now there is, you can see there the remnants of the runways, and yeah, that's it. And that's probably the museum just there. I think that's that hut there. And I have a sneaky feeling that when I did my spit flight from Duxford with what was then Bulby is now Spitfires.com, I seem to remember we did a mock airfield attack on there, because that actually looks very familiar. Yeah, and you know, that's not a glitch in the sim. It's actually got growth on where the runways were now, and trees and things. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's where we went. That's interesting. I've been trying to find that, and thanks to Burning Blue Design, I found it. Brilliant. So we'll just head up here towards St. Neots, just have a quick look at everything. I've been spending too much time looking at the scenery and not keeping a check on my aeroplane. Everything is fine. That's good. Right, so now we're going to go and have a look at Bourne. We should be just over here. By the way, good time to say, we have a Discord. Come along, say hello. We have group flights, you can post screenshots, talk aviation, ask any questions. There's a lot of people there who are very clever, very knowledgeable on simming, and also aviation history and aviation. Really interesting mix, and always someone there that can help. So come along, say hello, and we will see you there. And of course, the obligatory, if you like this video, if you're enjoying watching it, please do give it a thumbs up, and please do consider subscribing for future content. That's the cheese a bit over with. Now we can enjoy the scenery. There's Bourne. So it's being used to store something there. Let's bring it back round. Now we will just say a little hello to the Cambridge Country Club, because after all, as they're sitting there having their post golf pint or G&T or glass of wine or whatever is their tipple, what better than to have a Spitfire come flying overhead. Say in almost every video I do, sometimes the scenery in the sim just blows you away. It's so realistic. Right, here's the country club. I was too busy looking at that. Hello everyone. And we'll come back now and go back to Little Gransden, do a quick buzz, and then we'll land, and then I will let you people get on your way. This is the kind of flying that I love doing in the sim, tootling around in a warbird in some beautiful scenery. It's great fun. I've had one of those days today, and I'm sure you've had one as well if you're into flight sim, where you're trying to get something to work and it's driving you absolutely bonkers. And this is just the tonic that I needed. And again, big thanks to Burning Blue Design for giving me the opportunity to fly their little Gransden in the sim. There we go. Hello everyone. Right, let's have a think about landing. Get my bearings, there it is. Okay. Dangle the old Dunlops. Get my bearings again. Not really thinking this is going to be the best approach here, if I'm honest. A little bit tight on the runway to do a nice curved approach. And I may want to redo it, but we'll have a look. Actually, no, if I come around here a little bit more, and then we can do it from this side. Let's drop the flaps. Watch those power lines. Let's get our bearings. There's the runway. Have a look at the speed. Let's come back on the speed. We want to be 100 miles an hour over the fence, ideally. Right, there it is. Okay, there we go. And brilliant. We didn't run out of runway there. How much have we got left? Oh, not much. Not much. But let's just drop the flaps. And for the purists out there, no, I didn't open the canopy. I know you meant to. Oh, let's just put that on one notch. There we go. How beautiful is that? Taxiing in on an evening flight, having just had a look around the local area. Brilliant. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was useful to you. And I look forward to seeing you on the channel again very soon. Take care now. Bye bye.